Hello students, today here we are again with another beautiful activity which will show you the various types of materials around us. We know that there is a property of material that is of transparency, opaqueness and translucent materials. So today I will make it clear that which materials are opaque, which are transparent and which are translucent to you. So you can see one by one. First I will show you some opaque materials. Opaque, like you can see this biscuit packet ma'am is kept here. This biscuit, that is Good Day biscuit. This is actually packet is also opaque and the biscuits are opaque. You can see a sheet of paper, colored sheet of paper. This is actually opaque. You cannot see across it and light will not pass through it. See, ma'am has kept a candle here and its light is not passing. Just we are able to see a small part of the flame. It's actually opaque. If I keep a biscuit, you see, in front of the candle, it's not visible. So it's opaque. Ma'am has got a coaster here. This coaster, if I keep in front of the candle flame, it's not visible. So this coaster is opaque. I have got a steel glass. Steel glass, if I keep in front of the candle flame is not visible. So this steel glass is opaque. So any object which does not allow the light to pass through it is opaque. I have got some other materials also which are opaque. Like you can see, this mug, it is opaque because light is not passing through it. Some spoons are there like this. It is also opaque. You can see in front of light I have shown you. Then this steel spoon, this has got plastic and steel parts. It is also opaque. This is of plastic. You can see if I keep it in front of candle, only little part is visible of that candle flame through it. So these are basically opaque materials. Some other examples I can show you in your daily life which you use. Like ma'am is having this eraser, scale. You can see scale is opaque. Eraser is opaque. Your pens are opaque. This pen is opaque. Your sharpener is opaque. Battery is opaque. Then small card is there, that is opaque. Then ma'am is having a book. This book is opaque. You can see candle flame is not visible. So there are so many materials. Like ma'am has kept a container here. This container is also opaque. This is of copper vessel and it is also opaque. So it's not allowing the light to pass through it. Then few more items like your pencil is opaque. Now let us come to another variety of materials which are translucent, means which allows some light to pass through it. Now you see this is somewhat translucent. It will allow some light. You can see some light is passing through it of the candle flame. This glass which I am having is somewhat translucent. Means it allows some light to pass but it's not very clear. You can see when I have kept it in front of the candle flame, some light is passing through it, not all light. Same way I am having one polythene sheet here and this is also opaque. You can see some light passes through it. So it is translucent. These are translucent materials. Then you can see a butter paper. This is your butter paper and see how some light is only allowed to pass through this butter paper. Then nowadays these toothpastes are made which are also made somewhat opaque. So you can see it also allows some light to pass through it. So these are various materials which are made opaque. See, this is a time glass we call it and it is also somewhat opaque. Some light is allowed to pass through it, through this glass. So these are the materials. Now there is a ma'am is having a container which is containing some rust. It is also somewhat opaque because it's not clearly visible what are the items inside it. Not very much visible. So it's also opaque, and it will also allow some light to pass through it. Okay, students? So these are some opaque materials. Now let's understand the third category of materials, which are transparent materials. So you may be having a ruler or a scale with you. See, this is transparent. It's allowing most of the light to pass through it. This glass which ma'am is having, this is transparent. See, if I remove the biscuits from this is a transparent material. See, candle flame is visible. So it's a transparent glass. Transparent materials are generally used for storing food items, like you can see here. The bakers, they keep food items in transparent glass because it's so clearly visible. If the baker keeps in translucent container like this, you see it's not very clear. This is translucent, and item inside it is not very clear. From far off, a child cannot see that, or a customer cannot see and come to buy. If the food item is kept in this glass container, it is very clearly visible and customer can easily choose whatever he wants from the glass containers. Even the bakers and the food sellers, they generally have their food racks which are made of glass so that the customers can easily see. And you can see the candle flame is also visible here through this. So this is a transparent container. Okay. And food item is used to store. It is used to store the food item so that it is easily visible to the customer. Now we can see this here. It's transparent. That's why I'm able to see inside this. This glass is transparent. Your water. You can see water. Water is transparent. My this candle flame is visible. Then my fingers are visible. And this container is also transparent. So transparent, I hope you have understood. It allows all the light to pass through it. But some part of this is translucent. You can see of this. This part light is not coming properly. So this part of the glass is translucent. But this part of the glass is transparent, and water is also transparent. Hope you are understanding the difference between transparent and translucent materials. See, this tablets are kept. Cod liver oil capsules are kept in a transparent container, and even the capsule is somewhat translucent. You can say, or transparent we can say, because all the contents inside this is clearly visible to us. So these capsules are also made transparent. Then you have got this is a cup syrup and container. You can see this is cup syrup, and the content inside it, liquid which is there inside it, which is the medicine. It is green in color and it is clearly visible through this transparent container. Now students, there are made some like this. Polythenes are used. Actually these are cellophane sheets and they are made transparent. Some of your pens like this, they are made transparent. I have got in the pen, and this pen you can see it is translucent. Not very clearly visible, but this pen it is transparent. So you can clearly understand the difference between transparent and translucent. Okay students, then we have got specs here. Specs is also transparent because I am able to see the candle flame very clearly through the specs. And this here, this polythene is actually transparent because the contents are very clearly visible through it. Okay students, so I hope you have understood the difference between transparent and translucent materials. Transparent materials allow all the light to pass through it. But these translucent materials do not allow all the light to pass through them like this. It appears. But through the transparent one, the candle flame will be visible to you. Okay. So hopefully you have understood the difference between transparent and translucent materials. Now let's do a small activity. Ma'am is having one butter paper with her. Now this butter paper, as you can see, it is opaque. I am not able to see the candle flame at all through this. Now what I am doing is I am applying little amount of, ma'am is having some oil. See, this is the oil. Now very little amount of oil I will apply here, and I am spreading the oil like this on this paper. See, ma'am has spread the oil on the paper. So when oil is spread on the paper, see, ma'am has thoroughly spread the oil on the butter paper. Now once it is thoroughly spread on the paper, see how the paper has become now. This other part of the paper is like this, but this part of the paper, when I kept in front of the flame, you can see it has become translucent. This part of the paper was opaque. See, we are not able to see the candle flame at all through this part of the paper. So this part of the paper is opaque. But here this part of the paper on which oil is applied, it has become translucent, as you can see. The flame is visible, somewhat flame is visible through this part of the paper, so it is allowing some light to pass through it. But this part of the paper is not allowing any light to pass through it, so it is opaque. While this part of the paper is allowing some light to pass through it, so it is translucent. It has become translucent. And any glass like this will allow all light to pass through it. You can see. So it is transparent. So hopefully you have understood the difference between transparent materials, then these translucent materials which allow some light to pass through them. The transparent materials allow all light to pass through them. Then these opaque materials which do not allow any light to pass through them. Like this does not allow any light to pass through them. So hopefully students, you have understood today's activity in which I have shown you various materials, opaque materials, then I have shown you some transparent materials like this. So we can say that your butter paper, this butter paper is translucent. While your cellophane sheet I will show you with help of some book. Like you see in this book. In this book, you see this is transparent because everything what is written inside is clearly visible to you. So this is the cellophane sheet which allows the things to be seen clearly which is there inside it. While a book cover like this you see, it is actually translucent, somewhat translucent. You see this sheet. This sheet is translucent when I kept in front of flame. Then it is not allowing all the light to pass through it. So this is a translucent cover. Some parts of the book is not clearly visible. While this cellophane sheet is transparent. So transparency, and actually where is this useful? Like I told you before, sometimes some food items can be kept in containers like this. If we keep in containers like this, it will not be clearly visible what is there inside it. So shopkeepers, what they do to display their materials like this, you can see. If cellophane sheet is used, it will be clearly visible what is there inside it. So shopkeepers, what they do to try to attract the customers, they keep things in like sheets like this, like in the food shops, or you can see in cloth markets. The clothes are kept in cellophane sheets like this. Even they keep in glass containers like this food items, and glass is used generally in displaying the items. In food shops, in bakery shops, In restaurants, you have got glass cover outside also. Some of the restaurants have got their walls made of glass. In malls, you can see glass is used for walling or for making the doors. Glass is used. Then glass is used for displaying the clothes. Glass is used for wearing gift items are displayed using glass, because inside glass you can see clearly what is the food item or what is the item which is present inside the glass. Some transparent plastics are there like this, which are also totally transparent, and you can see what is the content inside it. So hopefully students, you have understood what is transparent, what is opaque, and what is translucent today by this class.